Hey guys, well, happy Tuesday, April 7th here. Decided to do something a little bit different today. We're going to take a look back at percents. The percents unit was one of the last things we did before break. We never got a chance to go over those tests that you took. So basically today I'm going to do a quick review of how to do percents. So hopefully you get thinking that way again. And then we'll go over the answers to that test. No extra work today, just this one entrance task problem to try after. I'm going to actually go over this one, and then I have a second one down here that I'll have you try real quick. And that's it. The rest of it's just kind of paying attention and hopefully learning from some of the mistakes you guys may have made last unit, or just a quick review of percents in general. So please just finish that 3-question area assignment that I assigned yesterday that's due for tomorrow, okay? That's the only thing to work on. Alright, so here we go. Let's read this first problem. A shirt that is usually $24 is on sale for 20% off. What is the final cost with 8% sales tax? So this is what we call a discount tax problem. There's a discount of 20% off. Then there's also sales tax we have to pay after. If you remember, these are actually the longest problems we did because there were 2 steps. Anytime you had discount tax, we always have to do discount first and then tax. Some of you can multiply in the calculator to find percents when it's the basic percentages of multiplying the dollar amount by the percent as a decimal, 0.20. I'm going to go over the proportion way because that was the way that a lot of people were most comfortable setting it up. So first, we find the discount. Okay, so there's the discount here first. So we'll set up our proportion. We label our proportion. There's a money side, money fraction, and a percent fraction. In this case, since we're finding the discount first, I'm just going to label it the amount off. We said it's 20% off. The total's on the bottom here, the total 100% amount. I know that the total usually for the shirt before the discount is $24. And what I'm looking for is this mystery amount of how many dollars off will I be able to take off of the $24 with a 20% off sale. So I can go ahead and from here cross multiply. 20 times 24 will give me 480. 100 times x will give me 100x. Divide both sides by 100, and x is $4.80. And always label what it was. Remember, that's dollars off. So notice I put dollars and off right there, so I don't forget what $4.80 is. So what that means is I can take the $24 and take off $4.80. So I get $19.20. This is my sale price. Okay, and that's the price. But what I haven't factored in yet is I haven't included tax yet. So before tax, it's sure it's going to be $19.20, but now I got to add tax to it. So the second part is tax, sales tax. And the reason we have to do the discount first is because I have to take 8% out of, instead of 24, I take 8% of 19.20. So thankfully I only have to pay tax out of the sale price, not the original 24, because this is what I'm actually paying. So it saves us money. So it's one actually small little good thing that we have on sales taxes. At least we only have to pay it off the sale price. So I want to know how much money will tax be. I know that the tax percentage is 8%. And again, the 100% amount is the amount before tax, the before tax total, which we found is 19.20. So now I can cross multiply again. 100x is 100 times x, bring down my equal sign. 8 times 19.20, I think I did it before. I believe it's a I don't remember. 1536 is in my head here. I'll have to do it real quick. 19.20 times 8. So it's 100. Yeah, I was right. 153.6. Divide by 100, and I'm gonna have to round to the nearest penny here. So it comes out to be 1.536, which to the nearest penny would mean tax is $1.54. That would be the dollars of tax. So my last thing, the last thing I would do for my final answer here is just take the sale price of $19.20, and then I'm going to go ahead and add tax to it, $1.54, to get my final answer of $20.74. Alright, so, oops, I don't know if you can see that all the way. So there's all my work on how to do this problem. You had to, again, first find the discount, and actually discount it here by subtracting. Then second, find that tax, and then add that tax at the end. So this is a longer problem. Okay, so go ahead and take a couple minutes and try the second problem here. Oops, which you can see the answers of. You can pause the video. A sofa that usually costs $7.20 is on sale for 30% off. What's the final cost with 8% sales tax? Go ahead and pause the video and try that. Take a couple minutes. Okay, when you're back, we'll see how you did here. So, if you're looking at this problem, again, we first did the discount and found that it was saving us $216. So I had to then subtract $216 off of $720. That's how I get $504. Then the fact that $504 is what I'm really buying it for tells me that I'm taking the tax out of this total before tax, which is $504. It goes downstairs across from the 100, cross multiply, and $40.32. This is my tax. So the very last thing I do now is take my pre-tax total and add it to the amount of tax, and here is my final answer, $544.32. So hopefully you guys remember some of the stuff with percents. Just to keep the video kind of short, I'm going to keep these answers to that test pretty quick. You have to pause it. I kind of took the time to show the work and label in red. It's kind of all my work here. So first page of your test here. This was tax and tip, which are both out of the same pre-tax tip amount. $45.50 in this case was the amount of food and drink. So I had $3.64 of tax, $9.10 of tip, and then I just had to add the three things together of $45.50 plus $3.64 plus $9.10. That's how I got my answer of $58.24. Here, it was asking how much tax was. The key here was that you had to find out how much money tax was. If it was $450 before tax, it was $483.75 after tax. You had to do the separate step of, well, how much money was tax? So you had to subtract. That's how I got my $33.75. Once I have that, I can plug in $450 and $33.75 and find out that tax was 7.5%. Here's markup retail problem here. So here was my original proportion. If you remembered to write down originally that $281.25 is the amount of markup, your final answer for retail price, you have to take the original wholesale price and add markup to it to get my final answer of $656.25. Number 4 is just like the problem we just did, where I had to first find the amount off, subtract it, then find the amount of tax, $2.69, and add that to the sale price to get $41.09. And this one was a straightforward, just one proportion problem, 980 male math teachers in New York State. Second page, we crossed off 7 and 8. You didn't have to do those ones, so you just had this bonus problem, which was 2 discounts. One was a sale, and the other one was a coupon to take an additional 25% off the sale price. So this one, you take off the 10%, it's $60 off. So 600 minus 60 is $540. Again, pause it if I'm going too fast, but I'm trying to keep the video from being too long for you. And then after you have the 540 here, you have to take another 25% off of 540, which is $135 off. Subtract the 135 off of 540, and that gives you your final answer. That was a bonus problem. Third page, we crossed off number 11. You know, I have the work there, so it's percent change. I had the proportions set up for you, I just didn't show the cross multiplying step. So 9 ends up being 12.5% increase, 10 is a 20% decrease. Percent error here, you have to round to the nearest tenth. 4.7% error for number 12, 13 2.9% error. 14 and 15 were simple interest problems. This was the formula I equals PRT. Interest is equal to the principal, the original amount, times the rate, which is the percent as a decimal. So 4% here was 0.04. And T, time, is always the time in years. So you multiplied and found the interest to be $1,000 here. Interest is $5,625 on number 15. Again, pause it if I'm going too fast so you can check the work. So I showed all the steps. And on the back, another simple interest problem, but this one asked for the how much money will be in the account. So after you find the interest is 1,920, just like the other two, by plugging in for P, R, and T and multiplying. To find the amount in the account, you have to add the interest to the original principal amount, the original amount in there, 12,000, to say that after 8 years you'd have $13,920. Percent change, so the change goes on top here. If it went from 6 wins to 11 wins, that means it changed by 5 wins, simple subtraction. 1 minus 6 is 5. So your percent change would end up being, again to the nearest tenth, 83.3% increase. And finally, the last one here, percent error. He was off by 15 students out of an actual amount of 435. So you cross multiply, divide both sides by 435, and you end up with x is 3.4% error, rounded to the nearest tenth. Okay, so those are the answers to that that last test that you guys took. Just thought I would switch it up and not assign any other work for today. So just again, finish the 3 questions from yesterday. That shouldn't take you too long. And just wanted to refresh your brain, so hopefully you didn't forget everything. It seems like forever ago that we did percents, but thought I'd have a day just to kind of go over that stuff since we didn't get a chance to go over it in person. All right, I hope you guys are having a good day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.